Hello friends. So today what we're going to do is go over kind of algorithmic problem that has to do with function composition. Function composition is really useful and it's good to learn it. It's a little bit confusing at first, but to like with anything, if you want to learn it, you got to practice. So let's say that we had our task is to we want to write a couple of functions that we can compose together. So let's say that what we wanted to do was we wanted to create an array of random numbers. So then we wanted to check that array to see if there are duplicates in it. And then we wanted to compose those functions together. Now each one of those functions is a small algorithm, and I'll go over both of them. So let's just start with creating an array. So create a random array of numbers. Now what I would want is for the user to be able to have control over how many elements were in the array. So let's just go const create array, and what that will take in is a number. So we'll just go number right here. And that will mean how many elements are in the array. So let's think about how we'll do this. So we can start a counter at 0, and then we can say while the counter is less than the number that's passed in, we want to do something. We would probably need an empty array to push these elements into that we would return. So let's go each time while counter is less than number, what we want to do is r.push. We want to push into the array math.floor and then math.random, and then we'll multiply math.random times 1,000, so we'll get numbers between 1 and 1,000, and then we'll just return the array. So real quick, let's just console log out what we've got there. We'll go create R, and let's say that we wanted to do it for like 99 characters, let's just say. So we'll go in at node, and it didn't work because I didn't increase my counter, I bet. Yep. So after we push in a random element, we want to increase counter every time, so we can break out of that while loop. Okay, cool. So this is what it gives us, and they're just seemingly random numbers, and there's 99 of them because that's the number we pass in here. If we pass in 7, it'll just give us 7 numbers, right? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. Okay, cool. So we're good. So we've created the array. So now what we need to do is build a function that will check to make sure that there are no duplicates in the array. If there are duplicates, we want to return not only what the duplicate is, but at what index they're found at in the array. So we'll just call this hasDup for hasDuplicate, and what that'll take is an array. And then what we can do is we can go const compare, because what we're going to want to do is compare the array that we're looping through to another array that we push elements that we haven't found a match for yet. So you'll see whenever we do the logic. So we'll go for let I equal 0, I less than r.length, I plus plus. And that's just an old school for loop. So what we want to do here is each time we want to check compare. So we'll go if not compare dot includes r at I. So if it doesn't include the r at I, what we want to do is compare dot push r at I. We want to push those in. Else, so if it does include it, what we want to do is just return, and then we'll use backticks here, and we'll say r at I repeats wrong repeats Jesus at, and then right here we can get the index for it in the compare array. So compare dot index of r at I, and just we'll just do I right here because we know what I will be. I did something wrong here. I put all that in that. Oh, this just went off the rails. There we go. and we'll just put I right here. Okay, and if not, we'll just return true, meaning that it doesn't contain duplicates, or actually we'll just return does not contain duplicates, right? So now let's go const r equals, and we'll run that create r method with 99 again passed in, and we'll say we want to run, so we'll just go console.log this has dupe with the create, or no, not with create, with r. Okay, so let's see what happens. It says it repeats the number 869 at 8 and 48. So wait, let's console log out the r so we can kind of see what it's doing here. So there we go. So 398 repeats at 41 and 46. So I guess we can count it real quick. 0, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15, 16, 17, 18, 19, 20, 21, 22, 23, 24, 25, 26, 27, 28, 29, 30, 31, 32, 33, 34, 35, 36, 37, 38, 39, 40, 41. So there's 391. And 46, so 41, 42, 43, 44, 45, 46, and it repeats there. Cool, so we're able to find it, and we're able to find the indexes of it. Now what we really want to do is compose these two functions together. So let's do it like this. Compose functions. Compose function. So we'll go const compose equals, and this function is going to take in two functions, a and b, and both of those are going to take in some data, which will initially be the number that's passed in on the create array on line 6. So we'll just run a, and then we'll run b, or we'll run b and then we'll run a, and b will take the data. Okay, cool. So we have our compose function. So down here, instead of like on line 29 where I create an array and then I run has dupe, I can just do all that in one line. So you go const create array and check for dupes. What that'll equal is compose with those two functions ran in. Now B runs first, so B is going to be the create R, and then A runs second. A is going to be the has dupe. So we'll pass in A has dupe, and B is create R. And then down here, we want to just console.log that create R and check for dupes with the initial data that needs to be passed in here, which is num. We'll just pass in 99 because that's what we've been doing. So let's see if this works. And it does. Okay, cool. So 32 repeats at 4 and 28. So 0, 1, 2, 3, 4. There's 32. 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11. 12, 13, 14, 15, 16, 17, 18, 19, 20, 21, 22, 23, 24, 25, 26, 27, 28. Now, that repeats and it works. If I was counting it up like that's stupid, you can actually create a small algorithm that would actually maybe give these numbers or put them in some kind of put them in an object to where you could see what the indexes are, so you just go through them quick. But we're not going to do that right now. What I mainly wanted to go over was function composition, creating an array from scratch with random elements, and then checking for duplicates in an O of n time complexity to where it's not nested for loops at an O of n squared. It's just regular old linear O of n. So I hope that helped. I don't want to keep this video so super long. So yeah, stay cool in the summertime and have fun.